So Stephen A. Smith has done something that, like, I actually think might be almost a career ender. Like, it actually might be a career ender. Because he has basically been, and him and a load of other people have been part of an advertising of a literal scam. Like, it's been a literal scam. This Solitaire thing is, everything I've read about it, it literally seems like it's a scam. There's very little, like, actual, like, legitimacy into this. Stephen A. Smith just signed up to promote Solitaire Cash. A game whose creator is fighting a federal lawsuit for falsely marketing games of skill that are allegedly rigged with unbeatable bots. Yep. That is not ideal. That is not ideal. And by the way, if you guys don't understand, this has been happening for years. 2014. For a while there, it seemed like every ad I saw what game my phone switch game was Solitaire Cash. To be fair, some of them for a number of games. Solitaire Clash, Solitaire Cash, Solitaire Kingdom. They all pitch the same thing. Play Solitaire, win gobs and gobs of money. These ads range from everything. Want to investigate what is Solitaire, yada yada. Bet small, lose small. 3 forms of currency. Playing the game. One of the most annoying games. Doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, basically talking about how they're losing money. And there has been stuff about this. If you look it up, if you look up the Solitaire Cash, there has been so many posts, there have been so many articles about it being a scam. There are so many that it's like you're never gonna win. You're trying to get money and you're guaranteed to lose money. It is ridiculous. I know you've got obviously awful announcing here. Top ESPN personalities are selling out for Stephen A. Smith's sketchy Solitaire app. And again, this is the title of this video. This is just an opinion. And again, this is one of those things where if it turns out that, you know, all of this is false, I will gladly retract any statement I make. But this doesn't look good. This does not look good. Obviously, not a great week for ESPN. You can't beat me. I beat my score. Nobody can. Download Solitaire Cash. Enter Beat Steven Tournament. And obviously, you're looking here. 500 response. You didn't feel like you were above before what game? This company sucks ass. October 27 ruling, a U.S. federal judge said it is undisputed that Israel-based Papaya Gaming maker Solitaire Cash used bots from 2019 at least 2023. Company told customers games involved only human players. They told customers over 200 times we do not use bots. Remove posts in Facebook group that mentioned bots. A skills platform competitor sued them in March 2024. Skills said it lost market share to allegedly illegal conduct. According to an expert, the company suffered actual damage of $637 million, and Papaya was unjustly enriched by as much as $719 million. DraftKings own a stake in Papaya. Shock. Days after the court's ruling, ESPN Stephen A. Smith announced a partnership. Like, am I surprised? Am I surprised? We live in a world, he's a vulture capital sport, yeah, I mean. Stephen A. Smith and Wrestling McClowns offer no respectable insight. I was completely shocked when I saw Mina Kimes playing along with them. I don't know who she is. ESPN execs must have threatened her to wipe her entire family off the earth. Gambling scam. And that's the problem when you get into bed with gambling companies. That is the problem when you get into bed with gambling companies. Like, they're all shady. Even if what has happened is completely legal, everything is shady. Everything is shady. And we can debate about the definition of a scam. We can do all of that. We can talk about different things. We can talk about whether it's a scam or it's just, you know, people taking losses gambling. Because, you know, everyone loses when you gamble. Just a normal losses involved with gambling. But at the end of the day, this is what we've got when it comes to sports. Sports people. This is what we've got. Whether it's always multi-millionaire sports people. It always is. It always is. And you guys don't understand how much money there is in gambling. Like, I have been offered on this channel, by the way. Like, this is my smallest channel. This is my smallest channel. And like all of these weird, like Solitaire, cashing these weird games. The ones that are supposed to be, that are, like, if you look at it, if you look at these, the Solitaire cash game and everything, and just the way it's structured, all these phone apps, things like Roulette and all of them. Like, you guys do not understand how much money they pay. Like, DraftKings and all of them, they'll pay a bunch of money. Like, they will pay life-changing money to anyone. The weird, dodgy, shady, on the line of legal and illegal. Like, I got offered, I can't, like, from one of those crypto gambling sites in 2020. I got offered 10 grand to stream once. For one stream on one of them. And now we're like, now we're at the stage where we're seeing Stephen A. Smith, we're seeing everybody, we're seeing all of ESPN get caught in this, where it's like, you are promoting something that is just gambling. Like, it absolutely is. Everyone being like, oh, can you beat me at Solitaire and do this? This is gambling. Everything now is gambling. It's all gambling. And I'm like, we are now at the stage where, like, I understand people taking, doing things, like taking brand deals. Like, I'd be a hypocrite if I was against that. Albeit, like, I haven't actually taken a brand deal since January of 2024. And it was for NBA Infinite, a video game. And it was just because they were launching that game. Other than that, like, what was the last brand deal I took? Was 2023. I did a HelloFresh one. I made like a couple $100. But we are now looking at a stage where people will literally promote scams to anybody. And it's always the multi-millionaires that do. It's always the richest people that will promote legitimate scams. And at this stage, I'm always just like, I don't even know what way to think about it. I never know what way to think about stuff like this. I don't know if we should be surprised. I don't know if we should be annoyed. I don't know, because it's not going to do anything to Stephen A. Smith. Like, Stephen A. Smith has reached the level of untouchable, and that's the problem. They have reached these levels of untouchable, where it doesn't really matter what happens. It doesn't really matter what anyone does. It doesn't really matter. Like, they're just going to continue to promote something and scam, and get away with it and do it again and again and again. So yeah, I'm just kind of annoyed looking at this. It's obviously disappointing seeing it. As somebody that is very, very, has been openly anti-gambling, who won't do it, who literally won't have a sponsorship with anything gambling wise, because just on principle. I've cost myself a lot of fucking money doing that. But after seeing stuff like this, I am absolutely happy, you know, with my decisions. And I'm like, I cannot believe that Stephen A. Smith has managed to get all these ESPN talents promoting what is a scam. So this is even before that came out. Stephen A. Smith tweets it out. Hashtag ad easy win over here. You've been My grandmother signed up for this after seeing Mina Kimes' ad about it. She loves what she's done for women in sports, but now she's lost access to her bank account and had her identity stolen. I doubt this is real. I doubt that one's real, to be honest. I do doubt that one is real. But, like, we're out here looking at best shady. At best shady. At worst complete scam. And the fact is that this is known. This has been known. This is not something that is a... this is not something that is a complete unknown. But yeah, it's a... Because you can just type it in Google. Either way, it's disappointing to see. It is disappointing to see all of this. And yeah, it's a pity. I was about to say I expect better from Stephen A. Smith, but I actually don't. I actually don't expect better from Stephen A. Smith. I don't expect better from anyone at ESPN. And that's the sad thing, is actually I don't expect better. I don't expect better. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. I wonder if it turns out that it's just completely shady and sketchy and not a complete scam, I will absolutely take back every time I mention this is a scam, and I will change the title of a video, but this seems like it could very well be a scam. Anyway, I'll see you guys.